in the heart and the head get adequate quantity of energy and oxygen. The blood is purified and the body gets rid of all toxins. Just breathing in and breathing out. Meditation is like a mental bath. It allows the stress of the day to be released in a natural way, and it helps to keep calm the mind just by breathing in and breathing out. Raise your arms up in the air above your head, bringing your palms together and rub them nice and warm. And spread that energy all over the face and down the neck, and open your eyes. Rest the hands on the knees and just shrug the shoulders up to the ears and then lower and up to the ears and then lower. Bring your hands down to rest on the mat each side of you. And then lifting your right arm so it's straight up next to your ear. And leaning over to the left. Back to the centre and lower the arm back to the floor. Lift up the left arm to the ear, reaching up to the sky. And then bend the right arm and lean over to the right. Back up to the centre and lower that arm. And just shrug the shoulders up to the ears. And back down. Rest the hands on the knees. And turn your head to look over the right shoulder. To the centre and over the left shoulder. Back to the centre and over the right shoulder. Back to the centre and over the left shoulder. And back to the centre. Find some length in your spine. Sit nice and tall, lifting from the crown of your head. Imagine a piece of string lifting from your crown. Bring up one hand and bring it to the chest with the palm nice and flat, facing up to the sky. And then bring the other hand to rest on top of it. So one palm is facing the top of the other. Bend the fingers and then clasp the hands together. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, pull the palms away, keeping the fingers locked, pulling the hands away. It's really good for the shoulders. And stop. Take a breath in and a breath out. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, pull the palms away, feeling that tension in the back of the shoulders. And release. And lower the hands back to rest on the knees. And just breathe in and out. Drop the chin to the chest. And then start to lift the head up slowly. And then drop it behind. Also lifting the chest and letting the head fall behind. And then nice and gently bring the chin forward, bringing the chin towards the chest. And rub the chin on the chest 3 times. Breathe in, lifting up the chin, taking the head towards the back and letting it fall behind. Doing a small stretch in the front of the neck. And nice and gently bring the chin slowly towards the chest. Rub the chin to the chest 3 times. And lift the head back up to the center. So we'll stand up. Hands onto the hips. And we'll just start by lifting the knees on each individual leg. Last one on this side. And last one on this side. And just give the arms and legs a little bit of a shake, loosening everything up. So we'll stand feet hip width apart, arms by the side, palms facing towards the front. Back nice and straight. And then we'll lift the arms straight up above the head, stretching up towards the sky, palms facing each other this time, stretching up nice and tall. And then take a breath out and fold forward at the waist, bringing the hands onto the knees, the thighs, the shins, whichever's comfortable for you, into a half forward fold. Breath in, lift the arms back up above the head and stretch up nice and tall. And breathe out and fold forward into a half forward fold. Bringing the hands to wherever's comfortable for you, trying to keep a nice straight back. And breathe in, lifting back up, arms reaching up towards the sky. And then float the arms down to the sides. And we'll just move from one foot to the other. And then speed it up a bit into a jog and bring the arms into it, if that feels comfortable for you. Go at your own pace. If it feels comfortable, you can speed it up a little bit more. And just a little bit more. Before slowing down and bringing yourself to a halt. Hands onto the hips and just make circles with the hips. Nice big circles. Exercising the waist and the hips. And reverse. And last one. And just give everything a nice shake. keeping everything nice and loose. Feet wide apart, toes facing forward. And we'll lift up the arms above the head and fold forward at the waist, bringing the hands down to the mat into a wide-legged forward fold. And back up. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, fold again. Forward at the waist, bringing the hands down towards the mat. And back up. Nice breath in. And as you breathe out, fold forward, bringing the hands to the mat. Take both the hands over to one foot. And then sweep the hands up that side, up to the centre. And then down to the other foot. Making a big circle with the arms and the waist, and back to the centre. So we'll go back the other way, hands to the opposite foot to last time. And then lifting up the arms, taking them up overhead, and back down to the mat, onto the other side. And back to the centre. Now with the hands on the floor, bend both the knees, lowering the bottom down. Bring yourself into chair pose. And in prayer position at the heart. And just take a few breaths here. Hands to the mat, straighten the legs, lifting up the arms above the head and stretching up nice and tall. And lower the arms to the sides. Bring the feet together and just give the legs just a little bit of a shake. Then feet apart again. Hands out to the sides. And we'll turn to one side, looking behind. Back to the centre and the same the other way. Back to the centre and the opposite way. Putting a small twist in the waist. Back to the centre and the opposite side. And back to the centre. Taking my right hand to my left foot, and my left arm is going in the air behind. And I'm turning my head to look at the left arm straight up. And back to the centre and down the opposite side. Back up, touching the opposite toe. Back up and the other side. And up and the opposite side. And up and last one. And then back to the centre. And just giving the arms and legs a little bit of a shake before we do the sun salutation. Series of 12 postures to keep the body in optimum health. So come to the front of the mat, hands to the heart in prayer position, Namaste Mudra, and just take a couple of breaths. As you breathe in, lifting up the arms above the head, arms next to the ears, and into a backward bend. Breathe out, folding forward into a forward bend. Bend the right knee, stretching the left leg out behind, and look up. Take the right leg to join the left, lifting up the hips into a downward dog. You can paddle the feet here. If this is the first time we've done downward dog, just stretches the ankles. Walk in the dog. Walk the feet back. Bring yourself into a nice plank position. Before lowering to the ground, knees, chest, chin to the floor, hips raised slightly, hands next to the shoulders, elbows bent. Take a breath in, straightening the arms, lifting the head into a cobra position. Put the toes under, lifting up the hips, back into downward dog. Bring the left foot forward between the hands, stretching the right leg out behind, and look up. Bring the right foot to join the left, lifting up the arms, arms next to the ears, and lean back into a backward bend. Bring the palms together, hands to the heart, and take a couple of breaths. So we'll do that again. Breathe in, lifting up the arms into a backward bend. Breathe out, folding forward at the waist into a forward bend. This time, bend the left leg, stretching the right leg out behind, and look up. Take the right foot to join the left, lifting up the hips, back into downward dog, lifting up the alternate heels, walking the dog. And step the feet back and bring yourselves into a nice plank position. Before lowering to the ground, knees, chest, chin to the floor, hips raised slightly, hands next to the shoulders, elbows bent. Take a breath in, straightening the arms, lifting up the head into a nice cobra. Put the toes under, lifting up the hips, back into downward dog. This time, bring the right foot forward between the hands, stretching the left leg out behind, and look up. Bring the left foot to join the right, lifting up the arms next to the ears, and into a backward bend. And then bring the hands to the heart, Namaste Mudra, prayer position. And just take a couple of breaths. And give the arms and legs a little bit of a shake. Maybe wrapping the arms around the body just to supple the arms, shaking the legs. And feet apart, arms out to the side. Bend the knees, bend the elbows, bringing yourself into a goddess pose. And back up, straighten the knees, straighten the elbows. Arms out to the side. And then we'll do that again. Bend the knees, bend the elbows, bringing yourself into a goddess pose. And back up. Lifting the arms up above the head, straightening the legs. Lean to the left. And back up. And lean to the right. And back up. Arms out to the side. Bend the knees, bend the elbows, back into goddess. And back up, straightening the arms, straightening the legs. Lower the arms to the sides. Turn one foot to face the front of the mat. The other foot parallel with the back. Bend that front knee and lift up the arms. And lower the arms, straighten the legs, and turn and do the same on the other side. Bending the front knee, lifting up the arms. Lower the arms and turn around to the other side. Bending the front knee, lifting up the arms, stretching up towards the sky. Lower the arms, and we do one more on the other side. Bending the front knee and lifting up the arms. And back to the center. Turning one foot to the front of the mat. The other foot facing forward. Bend that back knee, bend the front knee, lowering the back knee to the ground. Bringing the opposite arm to the bent knee, over the forward bent knee to the other side, and just putting a small twist in the torso. Going to face the front, bringing the hands either side of the front foot, and straightening that back leg, and lifting the body back up. And just giving everything a little bit of a shake. So bring the other leg forward, bending that back knee, bending the front knee. Take the opposite arm to the outside of the front bent knee and turn to that side. And back to the centre. Hands to each side of the front foot, bringing the foot next to each other and lifting up the arms above the head, keeping the body nice and straight now. Palms facing each other. Find something to gaze at and lift yourself up onto your toes. And lower, bringing the arms down and just shaking the legs. And we'll do that again. Lifting the arms above the head, stretching up nice and tall, palms facing each other. Find something to gaze at and lift up onto your toes. And lower. Hands on the hips. Lifting up one knee, finding something to gaze at and trying to hold that balance. Point the toe with a bent leg if that feels comfortable, just for that little extra stretch. And lower. And we'll do the same on the opposite side. Lifting the knee, finding something to gaze at, and pointing that front toe if that feels comfortable for you. And lower the foot to the floor. So we'll try tree posture. Bring in one foot to the side of the other leg, whether it be the shin, the knee, or the thigh, whichever's comfortable for you. Try not to go directly onto the knee, and lift the arms up above the head. And back down. And we'll do the same on the opposite side. Lifting up the foot and raising the arms above the head. And lower. Give yourself a bit of a shake. Feet hip width apart. Hands out in front. And we'll bend the knees, bringing the bottom down like we're sitting onto a chair, into a half chair. And back up. So we'll walk on our toes up and down the mat, exercising the pressure points in the feet. Then our heels. And the sides of the feet. And the insides of the feet. Before coming back down to the mat for the next breathing exercise, Kapalbhati, breathing out exercise. And we'll do this for 5 minutes. Don't do this if you're pregnant, and practice slowly if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure, or you've had an operation in the last 6 months. Everyone else is fine to do this. So put your fingers into Surya Mudra, which is the ring finger pressed down with the thumb. This balances the body, helps reduce weight, and increases the heat element in the body to help aid in proper digestion. So with this exercise, the emphasis is on breathing out deeply through your nose while your stomach contracts. Inhaling will be automatic. So I shall set the timer for 5 minutes and we shall begin Kapalbhati, breathing out exercise. This exercise helps the face become bright, lustrous, and attractive. It exercises the internal organs and works with the digestive system, helping to regulate weight. It also helps to strengthen the immune system just by breathing out deeply through the nose, contracting the stomach. Raise your hands in the air above your head, bringing your palms together, rub them nice and warm, and then spread that energy all over the face and open your eyes. Hands resting on the floor behind you, knees bent in. Keep the knees just over hip width apart and nice and bent. And we'll move both the knees over to one side and back up and down to the other, making windscreen wipers with the legs. Keep moving over alternate sides, trying to bring them as low to the ground as possible. Last one on this side, and last one on this side. And then stretch the feet out in front of you and rest the hands on the sides. So we'll exercise the toes, bending the toes forwards and backwards, just the toes. And then the whole foot, pointing the toe, trying to bring it down towards the mat. And then back towards the body. Down to the mat, and back towards the body. Down to the mat, and back towards the body. And one last time each way, down to the mat, and back to the body. Then make circles with the feet, exercising the ankles. and then reverse. And just give the knees just a little bit of a shake. So we'll open the legs nice and wide. And we'll lift the hands up above the head. Turn over one leg. Breathe out and fold forward, bringing the hands down towards the feet, hips towards the knee. And back up, over to the other side. Breathe out and fold forward. And back up and over to the other side. Breathe out and fold forward over that leg. Up to the center, turn to the other leg. Breathe in, breathe out and fold forward. Back up, lifting the hands back up above the head. Lower the hands in front of you, in between the legs. And walk yourself forwards, coming down onto your forearms, putting a small stretch in the back. If it feels comfortable, lift your head and look straight in front of you. And then walk your feet back, walk your hands back to the center. Join your legs together, sit yourselves into a nice, comfortable seated position for the yulom yulom, the next breathing exercise. Alternate nostril breathing. So with your right thumb, close your right nostril and breathe in through your left. Close the left nostril with the middle two fingers of your right hand and breathe out through the right. Breathe in through the right, close that nostril and breathe out through the left. And repeat. Always start and finish on the left-hand side. And if you do want that little bit more from this exercise, you can breathe into the count of 5, hold to the count of 5, and breathe out to the count of 10. So I've set the timer for 5 minutes, and we shall begin. This exercise purifies the breath and improves the level of oxygen in the blood. The body becomes healthy and strong. It gives you a positive attitude, and it helps with the blood flow to the heart, preventing heart attacks. Always finish on the left-hand side. Before raising your arms into the air, bringing your palms together and rubbing them nice and warm. And then spread that warm energy all over the face and open the eyes. So we're going to lie on our backs now. Lying flat on our back. Body feeling nice and long. And I'd like you to bend one knee, bringing the knee towards the chest. Wrap the hands around that knee. And just give it a small push down towards the body. And then let go and stretch it back out. And do the same with the other leg. And bend the opposite knee. And then lift that leg straight up 90 degrees. Reaching the foot towards the sky. And then lower that leg down, keeping it nice and straight. Hands on the mat each side of the body. Slowly lower it to the ground. Bend the other knee. Then straighten that leg, lifting it up to the foot up towards the sky. 90-degree angle. And then lower that leg nice and straight, nice and slowly back towards the ground. Then bend both the knees and lift up both the legs to 90 degrees, reaching up to the sky. Trying to keep a nice flat back on the floor. You can point the toes if that feels comfortable. And I'd like you to cycle with the legs. So just bending the knees, making the movement as if you're pedaling the bike. It's really good for the central core, good for weight loss. If you do this exercise for 5 to 10 minutes a day, which is really good for your weight. And then reverse the direction. It can be harder to pedal backwards, but persevere with it. And come to a halt. Keeping the knees bent, bring the feet to the floor. In the mat width apart. Lifting the arms up above the head. And then let them fall out to the sides. And then take the knees over to one side and turn the head to look in the opposite direction. And back up. And we'll do the same the opposite side. Knees to the ground, head in the opposite direction. And back up to the center. Straighten the legs. Bring the arms out to each next to your sides, palms facing up. And we'll just stay in Shavasana for just a few minutes, just breathing in and out, nice and gently, feeling the relaxation in the body, grounding the yoga practice that you've just completed. Just breathing in and breathing out. So we'll lift the arms up over the head, stretching nice and long, pointing the toes, stretching the body. And bend the knees and roll over to the right side. Just rest here for a moment. And then push your hands into the ground, lifting the body back up. And bring yourselves into a seated position, Brahmari, a humming exercise. And we'll do this 3 times. Place your index fingers just above your eyebrows and the rest of the fingers over your eyes. Close your ears with your thumbs, breathe in deeply, and then breathe out gently through your nose, making a humming sound. While you're doing this, imagine you are connected to all the positive energies of the universe. So we'll do this 3 times. Deep breath in. Raise your hands up above the head, bringing the palms together, rubbing them nice and warm. The last time. And then spread that warm energy all over the face. And open the eye. Rest the hands onto the knees, palms facing up. And we'll close the eyes down again just for a small prayer for the health and humanity of others. Breathing in and breathing out nice and deeply. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May all be happy. May all be healthy. May no one suffer. May everyone prosper. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So we'll open the eyes back up and we'll finish with clapping and laughing.